Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Marine Corps Awards Ceremony and Family Orientation Brief for 2020. My name is Captain Field.
And I'm Captain Depe.
And we will be your hosts for today's event. Although we could not be together in person, we are pleased to nevertheless hold this event in recognition of your midshipmen and the Marine Selects from the graduating class of 2020. Please join me for the invocation.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this ceremony and this opportunity that we have to acknowledge all of the achievements, the character, the perseverance of those we recognize today. Lord, we thank you that even in the midst of this pandemic, that we know that your faithfulness reaches to the heavens. And Lord, we know that it's your faithfulness that empowers us to always be faithful to our calling. Lord, we thank you for your hand in molding these men and women into the leaders they are today and into the leaders that they will become in the future. As they prepare for their next phase of training, I ask that you go before them as their guide, stand beside them as their support, go behind them as their rear guard and as their protector, and even dwell within them as the one who strengthens their spirit. Help us to never take your presence for granted. May this ceremony inspire all of us to lead with more boldness, with more courage, and more humility as we serve you, our brothers and sisters beside us, and in this exciting calling of leading Marines. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thanks, Chaps Wiboko, for your prayer for leadership and for the inspiration and leadership you've provided throughout your years here. I'm Colonel Jeff Smitherman, the Senior Marine here at the Naval Academy. Let me be one of many to congratulate the class of 2020 Marine Selects and to welcome your family and friends who are joining us for this special presentation. In addition to recognizing some of the superlatives of the class of 2020, we will hear from different speakers, and we want to introduce your families into what to expect in the Marine Corps, as well as what you can expect from your follow-on assignment at the Basic School in Quantico, Virginia. Despite the challenging times, it was a conscious decision to have this event for you because it's a reflection of your perseverance and dedication over the last few years and certainly this last semester. It's also a reflection of what the Marine Corps will expect of you in the years to come. But for now, it's a time for celebration. With that, it's my honor to introduce the 63rd Superintendent of the United States Naval Academy, Vice Admiral Buck.
Thanks, Colonel Smitherman. Good day, awardees, family, and friends watching from home. It is a pleasure for me to take part in a ceremony recognizing such an outstanding group of soon-to-be Marines today. Moms and dads, family, friends, you've got a lot to be proud of today as each of these young men and women receive their awards. In an already distinguished group of midshipmen who have chosen to pursue the challenge of becoming a United States Marine, they have stood out amongst their peers. Their success over their 4 years here on the Severn are in no small part due to the love and support you all have provided along the way. Thank you to each and every one of you. The true strength of our service is the Navy and Marine Corps team. In an increasingly complex and dynamic operating environment today, the ability of our Navy and Marine Corps forces to work seamlessly together as a flexible and adaptive force is paramount. We must implicitly trust in the abilities of our brothers and sisters in arms fighting alongside us to get the job done. That spirit of teamwork and cooperation begins here at the Naval Academy, set through the example of our 73 Marines serving in our Marine Detachment as faculty, staff, coaches, and mentors to the entire brigade. It will be carried forth by more than 260 of our newest second lieutenants, who will go on to serve shoulder to shoulder in the fleet with their Navy classmates and rise through the ranks together. And our 10 awardees honored today will no doubt set the example for their peers in this effort through the leadership, integrity, and competence they've already demonstrated throughout their 4 years here in Annapolis. Awardees, today you are joining a long line of distinguished Marine graduates from the Naval Academy, leaders of great character and competence, from Hugh Adair to John Ripley, from Chuck Krulak to Doug Zimbach. You have many incredible examples of courage, honor, and integrity to both look up to and live up to. While you will undoubtedly face moral, mental, and physical tests of your ability and resolve in the coming days as you earn the right to call yourself a Marine Corps officer, remember the names emblazoned on your awards. Look to the examples of these Marines who have tread the path before you to provide the strength and resilience to continue on. You each have incredibly bright careers awaiting you. I can't wait to see what you accomplish. Marines, congratulations. Hoorah!
We will now present 10 awards to Marine Corps graduates of the class of 2020 who have performed with particular distinction here at the Naval Academy. These awards reflect the Marine Corps' values, priorities, and heritage. The first award to be presented is the Adair Award.
The Adair Award is named in honor of Second Lieutenant Hugh Donald Adair, United States Marine Corps, Naval Academy Class of 1948, who is posthumously awarded the Silver Star Medal while serving as Rifle Platoon Commander with 1st Battalion, 7th Marine Regiment in Central Korea in 1950. In his last will and testament, Lieutenant Adair's father provided for an annual gift to the Naval Academy in honor of his son. The first is a check for $2,000 to support the activities of the Naval Academy Semper Fidelis Society. The second is a set of Marine Officer Dress Blues presented to the graduating midshipman who has served as the president of the Semper Fidelis Society during the past year. The recipient of the Adair Award for 2020 is Midshipman First Class Matthew DeMasso from Staten Island, New York. Midshipman DeMasso is a member of the 19th Company. He majored in naval architecture and marine engineering and will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Adair Award will be presented by Lieutenant Colonel Joseph M. Fagan, USMC retired. Lieutenant Colonel Fagan is the Director of Member Programs and Services at the United States Naval Academy Alumni Association. He graduated from the Naval Academy in 1989 and served in multiple billets in the Marine Corps. He will now present the 2020 Adair Award.
Good morning, United States Naval Academy Class of 2020 Marine Selects. Congratulations on your pending graduation and commissioning as second lieutenants in the United States Marine Corps. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Joe Fagan, United States Marine Corps, retired, class of 1989. This award is given in memory of Second Lieutenant Hugh Donald Adair, Jr., class of 1948, Navy Cross recipient, killed in the Korean War while attacking Hill 229 on 2 October 1950. The recipient of this year's Adair Award is Midshipman First Class Matthew DeMasso of 19th Company. This award is given by your Naval Academy Alumni Association and is a Marine Corps dress blue uniform, the most recognizable and respected military uniform in the entire world. The only piece of advice that you need is to take care of our Marines. Congratulations again, and Semper Fidelis.
The Marine Corps Association and Foundation sponsors the next 5 awards being presented. The first of these awards is the Krulak Award, given in honor of General Charles C. Krulak, United States Marine Corps retired, Naval Academy Class of 1964 and 31st Commandant of the Marine Corps. The Krulak Award is an Eagle, Globe, and Anchor Award given to the graduating midshipman commissioning into the United States Marine Corps that best demonstrates the Marine Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment. The recipient of the Krulak Award for 2020 is Midshipman Zachary Wilford from Boyne Falls, Michigan. Midshipman Wilford is a member of 15th Company. He majored in political science and will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Krulak Award will be offered by General Charles C. Krulak, 31st Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Congratulations, Zach, and continue to live a life of significance as a United States Marine Corps officer. Semper Fidelis, young man.
The second award is sponsored by the Marine Corps Association and Foundation and is the Marine Corps Association and Foundation Award. This award recognizes the scholarly excellence that is a long tradition of Marine Corps' tactical and operational innovation. The award is a set of books from the Marine Corps Professional Reading Program as outlined by the Commandant of the Marine Corps. This award is presented to the graduating midshipman with the highest academic order of merit and is also commissioning in the United States Marine Corps. The recipient of the Marine Corps Association Award for 2020 is Midshipman First Class Grace Lane from Duluth, Minnesota. Midshipman Lane is a member of 5th Company. Her academic order of merit is first of the 2020 Marine Selects. Midshipman Lane is a chemistry major, and she will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
The third and fourth awards, sponsored by the Marine Corps Association and Foundation, are the Leatherneck Awards. These awards recognize the highest performing individuals at Leatherneck Block 1 and Block 2 training. These individuals distinguished themselves mentally and physically throughout the Leatherneck evolution and are recognized by both their peers and officer leadership. The Leatherneck Award is a K-Bar and K-Bar plaque. The recipient of the 2020 Leatherneck Award for Block 1 training is Midshipman First Class Grace Lane from Duluth, Minnesota. Midshipman Lane is a member of 5th Company. She majored in chemistry and will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
The recipient of the 2020 Leatherneck Award for Block 2 training is Midshipman First Class Vincent Depizal from Littleton, Colorado. Midshipman Depizal is a member of 10th Company. He majored in political science and will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
The 5th award, sponsored by the Marine Corps Association and Foundation, is the Fuller Award. This award is given in memory of Major General Ben H. Fuller, United States Marine Corps, Naval Academy class of 1889 and 15th Commandant of the Marine Corps, and his son, Captain Edward C. Fuller, United States Marine Corps. This award recognizes the midshipman who wrote the best capstone essay of all Marine practicum students. The Fuller Award is a pewter Iwo Jima statue. The recipient of the Fuller Award for 2020 is Midshipman First Class Yui Yamashita from Windsor, Connecticut. Midshipman Yamashita is a member of 17th Company. He majored in political science and will be a Marine Corps pilot.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Marine Corps Association Award, Leatherneck Awards, and Fuller Award will be offered by Lieutenant General William Mark Faulkner. Lieutenant General Faulkner is currently the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. During his over 33 years of active duty service, Lieutenant General Faulkner commanded at every rank, from Second Lieutenant to General Officer.
I'm Lieutenant General Mark Faulkner, the President and CEO of the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. I wish I could be with you there in person, but I'm still pleased to be coming with you via video message. Congratulations to all the midshipmen of the class of 2020. It's my pleasure to recognize the accomplishments of the 4 midshipmen receiving awards from the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. So I'd like to congratulate Midshipman First Class Lane, Depizal, Yamashita, and Wilford. The mission of the Marine Corps Association and Foundation is to support the professional development of Marines throughout their time in the Corps and to recognize their achievements just as we're doing today. Whether you're receiving one of our awards or not, you should continue to seek the Marine Corps Association and Foundation support for your own development and also for that of your Marines that you're privileged to lead as Marine Corps officers. Your responsibility as leaders of Marines is not only to accomplish the missions that you've been given, but also to take care of your Marines, and this includes their professional development. One of the best ways you can take care of them is to help them continue to learn and to grow as military professionals so that you can all uphold the legacy of our Corps. The Marine Corps Association and Foundation will be with you every step of the way. Once again, congratulations to the award winners and all 2020 graduates. Semper Fidelis, Marines.
The next award to be presented is the Nickerson Award.
The Nickerson Award is presented by the Order of the Founders and Patriots of America and is named for Lieutenant General Herman Nickerson, Jr. After graduating from Boston University, General Nickerson was commissioned as a Marine Second Lieutenant on July 10, 1935. During his distinguished career, he served in campaigns in China, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. In addition to other combat decorations he earned during his long career, then Colonel Nickerson was awarded the Army Distinguished Service Cross, the nation's second highest combat award, for his actions during the Korean conflict for extraordinary heroism as the commanding officer of the 7th Marine Regiment. The Nickerson Award is a Marine officer's sword and is presented to the midshipman from the graduating class who has exhibited outstanding leadership, integrity, and potential as a future Marine officer. The Order of the Founders and Patriots of America requested that the following introductory comments be read together with the presentation of the Nickerson Award. The award you are about to receive is sponsored by the Order of the Founders and Patriots of America, a hereditary society that honors our ancestors who faced terrible hardship with courage and determination to come to our America to found the American colonies, as well as our patriot ancestors who demonstrated courage, tenacity, and perseverance in the cause of American liberty and independence. This award is named after Lieutenant General Herman Nickerson, United States Marine Corps, who was commissioned a second lieutenant in 1935 and rose to the rank of Lieutenant General, retiring in 1970. General Nickerson was a member of the Order of the Founders and Patriots of America. By your outstanding performance, dedication to duty, and superior leadership, you have demonstrated the qualities of integrity, professionalism, honesty, and military bearing that epitomizes the ideal Marine. You are about to embark on a career that follows in the footsteps of past and present Marines, from Captain Samuel Nicholas at Tun Tavern in 1775 to patriots such as Presley O'Bannon, Generals John Lejeune and Chesty Puller, as well as our own Lieutenant General Nickerson. On behalf of the Order of the Founders and Patriots of America, I proudly present the Lieutenant General Nickerson Award to you, soon to be Second Lieutenant Grace Lane. Good luck, Godspeed, and Semper Fi. The recipient of the Nickerson Award for 2020 is Midshipman First Class Grace Lane from Duluth, Minnesota. Midshipman Lane is a member of 5th Company. She majored in chemistry and will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Nickerson Award will be offered by Captain Michael Weiler, U.S. Navy retired. Captain Weiler served as a CB for much of his 23 years in the Navy. He also served as a member of the U.S. Naval Academy Mechanical Engineering faculty from 1980 to 1982.
Congratulations, Midshipman Lane. The Order of the Founders and Patriots of America is an order dedicated to keeping alive the memories of those who came to America when it was a wilderness, and to their descendants who fought for our independence and our liberty and gave us our constitutional republic and a nation of free people. This sword is given in memory of Marine Lieutenant General Herman Nickerson, recipient of the Distinguished Service Cross and past Governor General of our order. Wear it proudly as you enter the officer ranks of the United States Marine Corps.
The next award to be presented is the Ripley Award.
The Ripley Award is presented by the Naval Academy Alumni Association in honor of Colonel John W. Ripley, United States Marine Corps, Naval Academy Class of 1962, for the physical courage he displayed when he earned the Navy Cross for extraordinary heroism on 2 April 1972, while he served as the Senior Marine Advisor to the 3rd Vietnamese Marine Corps Infantry Battalion in the Republic of Vietnam. On that day, his actions directly led to the destruction of a vital river bridge that stopped the rapid advancement of a mechanized North Vietnamese Army force that was estimated at the size of a reinforced divisional strength. This event is captured right here in Memorial Hall in the diorama displayed behind me. Colonel Ripley received the Naval Academy Distinguished Graduate Award in 2002, and in 2009, Colonel Ripley was inducted into the U.S. Army Ranger Hall of Fame, the first and only Marine with this honor. The Ripley Award is a selection of books from the Commandant's reading list and a check presented to the midshipman graduating who has demonstrated the highest sense of physical prowess and is commissioned into the United States Marine Corps. The recipient of the Ripley Award for 2020 is Midshipman Katie Higginson from New Orleans, Louisiana. Midshipman Higginson is a member of 15th Company. She achieved exceptional scores on the Marine Corps Physical Fitness Test, Combat Fitness Test, Obstacle Course, and Endurance Course, and Navy Physical Readiness Tests. Midshipman Higginson majored in robotics controls and will be a Marine Corps pilot.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Ripley Award will be offered by Mr. Tom Ripley, graduate of the Virginia Military Institute, class of 1993. Tom Ripley is a former U.S. Marine and is one of Colonel John Ripley's 4 children. He lives in Annapolis, Maryland, where he runs Severn Partners, LLC.
Hello, Marine Options. My name is Tom Ripley, and I'm one of Colonel John Ripley's 4 children, and I'm here to present the Ripley Award. The Ripley Award is presented to the graduating midshipman who's demonstrated the highest level of physical prowess. This year's recipient is Midshipman Higginson. Congratulations. The motto of Officer Candidate School is Ductus Exemplo, or leadership by example. And as your instructors have taught you, and certainly as you will learn when you enter the Marines, the only type of leadership in the Marine Corps is from the front. You can't do that unless you're physically fit. My battalion, the 1st Battalion, 2nd Marines, where I was the 2nd Lieutenant, also the same battalion my father commanded, and the 2nd Marines, my father's regiment, all sit in the 2nd Marine Division. The motto of the 2nd Marine Division, follow me. And the only way you can do that is if you're physically fit. Lastly, the physically fit Marine, while under duress, has a clear head, can process information, and can make great decisions. Physical fitness is essential to being a Marine officer. My congratulations to the families of the graduates. Great job. Best of luck to you future Marines entering our Corps. Take care of our Marines. And a special congratulations to my godson, Midshipman Jack Tiger Ripley. Your family looks forward to watching you develop as a young man, and we are incredibly proud of you. Semper Fidelis, and fair winds and following seas.
The next award to be presented is the 50-year Heritage Award, U.S. Naval Academy Class of 1970.
The 50-year Heritage Award is presented by the Class of 1970 as a part of another Link in the Chain program. Through the program, classes are bonded to link generations and experiences. The Class of 1970 seeks to recognize a Marine Select who demonstrates the greatest commitment to achievement and professional military education, especially history and naval heritage and leadership potential. The Class of 1970 presents a Marine Officer's Sword to the next generation. The recipient of the Class of 1970 Heritage Award is Midshipman First Class Will Carrickle of Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Midshipman Carrickle is a member of the 27th Company. He majored in history and will be a Marine Corps pilot.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Heritage Award from the Class of 1970 will be offered by Colonel Michael Lau, USMC retired. Colonel Lau graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy and commissioned a 2nd Lieutenant in the Marine Corps in 1970. He has been an active member of the Class of 1970, another Link in the Chain team to the Class of 2020 since 2016.
Greetings to the future Marine officers of the Class of 2020. I am Colonel Michael E. Lau, U.S. Marine Corps, retired, a proud member of the Class of 1970, another Link in the Chain team. I served for 26 plus years on active duty after graduation as an infantry officer beginning in Vietnam. I am honored to offer my congratulations to all of you who have chosen to become Marines. A quote from Mark Twain comes to mind. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. On graduation day, You will find out why when you become entitled to wear the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor as Marines. From that day on, it is something that will stay with you all your life. Once a Marine, always a Marine. I especially recognize and commend Midshipman First Class Will Carrickle, the winner of the 50-year Heritage Award, and all the other 2020 U.S. Marine Corps Awards recipients. Well deserved and well done. My advice to you for the future: 1. Take care of your Marines and they will take care of you. 2. Never, ever quit. 3. Officers eat last. And 4. Be always faithful to God, country, and Corps. Congratulations to you all, and Semper Fidelis.
The final award to be presented is the Zembeck Award.
This award is named in honor of Major Doug Zembeck, United States Marine Corps, Naval Academy class of 1995. Major Zembeck volunteered for and was assigned frequent combat missions in direct support of the global war on terror, and considered it his highest honor to lead Marines in combat. In May of 2007, he was tragically killed in an engagement outside of Baghdad, Iraq. His countless acts of heroism, determination, ferocity, compassion, commitment, and zeal for life will be remembered and recounted among the thousands that had the privilege to have known him. This award is established in his name in an effort to further imbue future generations of warriors with a greater sense of heritage within the Marine Corps, to promote sacrifice over personal gain, and to help foster the recognition that Marine officers serve a cause much greater than themselves. In the finest traditions of those warriors who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and those who in future generations will heed the call to arms, the Major Zembeck Award honors the warrior spirit found in all great combat leaders. The Zembeck Award is a bayonet with scabbard. The recipient of the Zembeck Award for 2020 is Midshipman First Class Josiah Tolvo from Ponce Inlet, Florida. Midshipman Tolvo is a member of 30th Company. He majored in aerospace engineering and will be a Marine Corps ground officer.
Congratulatory remarks for this year's Zembeck Award will be offered by Mr. Dan Morris, a friend and classmate of Major Doug Zembeck.
Hi, my name is Dan Morris, and I'm here to virtually present the Zembeck Award to Midshipman Tolvo from the class of 2020. Doug Zembeck was an incredible Marine. His tactical prowess is well known, and his leadership is beyond reproach. He cared very, very deeply for all of his Marines, and part of the reason we created this award is not just to honor his memory, but to make sure that the recipient knows how important it is to pay it forward and always focus on his or her Marines. The previous winners of this award have borne it well, and they have carried on the finest traditions of leadership in the Marine Corps. Midshipman Tolvo, I hope you take this to heart. I hope you're proud of your award. You should be. And I look forward to hearing about the great things you do in the fleet as a Marine officer. Semper Fidelis, and thank you for all you do.
This concludes the awards presentation portion of this event. Our sincere thanks to today's presenters and to the Marine Corps Association, the Naval Academy Foundation, Order of the Founders and Patriots of America, the Class of 1970, and the Zembeck Board of Directors for helping us to recognize these outstanding future Marine officers.
As we close the awards portion of the ceremony, we are joined this year by a special guest, Colonel Tom Mannion, USMC retired. Colonel Mannion's career spanned over 23 years and included multiple leadership positions. He is the father of First Lieutenant Travis Mannion, USMC. Travis was a Marine leader who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country in April of 2007. After the loss of Travis, the family established the Travis Mannion Foundation to support our military, the families of the fallen, and to help create the next generation of leaders. Colonel Mannion is also the co-author of the recently published book, Brothers Forever, the story about the friendship, service and sacrifice between Travis and his Naval Academy roommate, Lieutenant Navy SEAL Brandon Looney. All Marine selects from the Naval Academy will obtain a signed copy of Brothers Forever from Colonel Mannion before leaving the Naval Academy.
Hi, I'm Colonel Tom Mannion, and I want to take a minute to congratulate you for what you've accomplished at the Naval Academy, and also, more importantly, for your assignment as Marine Corps officers. I want to also acknowledge the award recipients today and a special shout out to them. I'm excited to be able to give you a copy of my book, Brothers Forever. It's the story about my son, Travis Mannion, Marine First Lieutenant, and his Naval Academy roommate, Brendan Looney, Navy SEAL. Hope it inspires you and gives you some insights in what set them apart as leaders. Your commitment to our country and Corps makes a difference in these uncertain times. I wish you all the best as you head down to Quantico for your follow-on training. Work hard, be big in the little things, and remember, if not me, then who? Semper Fi, Marines.
I'd like to thank our distinguished guests and award presenters for taking the time to contribute to this presentation from across different time zones, for the wisdom and advice that they offer for what the future holds for you. Since 1881, the Naval Academy has commissioned Marine Corps officers. As the oldest commissioning institution, that legacy extends to Marine Corps history. 108 years ago, on the 22nd of May, First Lieutenant A.A. Cunningham was designated the first Marine naval aviator here in Annapolis. Of note, he went on to command an artillery battalion, 1st Battalion, 10th Marines, that I was privileged to serve with twice. In some ways, Cunningham reflects the Marine Corps of today, mastering new technology to compete in a new domain of warfare, and then applying to create a combined arms effect to support Marines on the ground. This century introduced the cyber domain, and this year we will commission our first 6 cyber officers. How interesting is it to me that the Marine Corps still takes a unique approach to applying technology based on the unchanging nature of war. That is, in recognizing it's a human endeavor of opposing wills in which we will leverage technology but never solely rely on it, and prepare to win in any climb or place while remaining firmly rooted in our warrior ethos as stated by our 38th Commandant, General Berger. This year also marks the introduction of a significant reorganization of the Marine Corps, focused on maintaining persistent naval forward presence to enable sea control and denial operations in the presence of a peer adversary. The Commandant's planning guidance clearly establishes the relationship of a joint maritime force, a naval expeditionary force in readiness with our sister service, prepared to operate in actively contested spaces, in crisis prevention and crisis response. The Fleet Marine Force will be the first on the scene, first to help, first to contain, and first to fight when the time comes. Who better to lead in this century than the Marine officers from the Naval Academy Class of 20? You will find your peers and classmates beside you, aboard ships, aviation platforms, and on the ground for years to come. The Class of 2020 are these future leaders from 45 of the 50 states, 79 second-generation service members, 23 second-generation Marines, 5 prior enlisted Marines, 16 brigade-level stripers, the brigade commander included, 75 varsity sport athletes, including team captains and the captain of captains. Over 50 of you ranked in the top 100 academically or militarily. For our new families, realize that the Marine Corps does only 3 things. We make Marines, win our nation's battles, and return citizens to lead their communities. But all 3 require taking care of Marines. We are not a perfect institution, but we are the best one out there, and constantly striving to embody our values of honor, courage, and commitment, and to remain worthy of our nation's trust and your trust as part of our Marine Corps family. It's within that construct that I'll offer this personal advice to the Class of 20. Your success will depend on your ability to prioritize. For me, it comes down to faith, family, country, and Corps. Understand, we are in the business of mortal conflict, and your Marines need you to understand that there is a spiritual component to resilience and surviving both before and after the fight. Second is family. The Marine Corps will be only a chapter in the story of your life, so take care of those you love. They will be there after the Marine Corps. Third is your country. You defend the Constitution, not a political persuasion or a singular aspect of society. But remember this, when you defend the Constitution, you will do it with the best fighting outfit known around the world. So welcome to the Corps. You are newly minted and yet to be forged, but you will already and forevermore be a Marine and called to be Semper Fidelis. It's my privilege now to introduce to you my friend and the commanding officer of the basic school, Colonel Dave Everly.
Hi, my name's Colonel David Everly. I'm the commanding officer of the basic school. So first, welcome. Congratulations to the 2020 United States Naval Academy Marine Selects and their families. So to the families of the midshipmen who will soon be Marines, congratulations and welcome to the Marine family. So at the basic school, we're going to give your loved one the 26 weeks worth of training that is fundamental and will set their trajectory for the rest of their Marine Corps career. Regardless of their future MOS, whether it be cyber, infantry, aviation, artillery, logistics, we learn the fundamentals here. I'm sure you've had that overview from the Naval Academy staff. What I'd like to really get across to you is while your son or daughter are here as Marine Second Lieutenants, you have access to them. They'll be taken care of with some of the best staff that we have, both officers and enlisted. We have a phenomenal unit readiness coordinator here who will send you weekly and monthly updates. And you will also have at the company level a Facebook site, and we have a Flickr site, and we also run Twitter. Again, Colonel David Everly, the basic school, we're looking forward to seeing your Marines, and their future is bright. Can't wait to meet every single one of them. Congratulations again.
At this time, we would like to take the opportunity to welcome all the new families to the Marine Corps and take a few moments to briefly explain what your son or daughter will experience over the next several months and years.
After graduation from the Naval Academy, life for newly commissioned Marine officers will occur in 3 stages. Training at the basic school, referred to as TBS, training in a military occupational specialty, referred to as an MOS, then assignment and orders to the operating force.
In the first stage, the newly commissioned second lieutenants will attend TBS in Quantico, Virginia. While at TBS, they will join with other newly commissioned second lieutenants from other commissioning sources for the training that will make them combat-capable leaders of Marines.
The Marine Corps is unique among all the services in that officers from all commissioning sources attend TBS. This builds a unity of purpose and identity into the Corps' leadership that is not found anywhere else. The basic school guides young officers in the duties, responsibilities, and warfighting skills required of a rifle platoon commander. Skills such as land navigation, weapon system employment, Marine Corps martial arts, and small unit tactics. The intense 26-week training culminates with a 9-day amphibious warfare combined arms exercise, where lieutenants use the skills they have learned. The overall focus of the TBS curriculum is to indoctrinate new officers into the Marine Corps' traditional role as warriors from the sea.
40% of the Marine officer evaluation is based on leadership evaluations. Marine officers will be assessed as they serve in leadership billets of squad leader, platoon commander, and various other positions. 30% of the evaluation is based on military skills, to include evaluations such as the physical fitness test, weapons systems employment, and the obstacle course. The remaining 30% of the Marine officer evaluation is in academic evaluation. Marines are tested on their Marine Corps knowledge.
Graduation from the basic school requires successful completion of all events in the 6-month syllabus. The scores received in each category affect the officer's lineal standing, the MOS assigned, and is the beginning of one's reputation as a professional officer.
Other than those Marines with MOS-specific contracts, such as flight and cyber contracts, each new Marine officer is assigned an MOS near the conclusion of TBS. MOS assignments are based on the individual's performance in leadership, academic, and academic evaluations throughout training, along with the preferences provided by each lieutenant. Upon completion of the basic school, second lieutenants are sent to follow-on MOS schools for advanced training. At the completion of their specific MOS training, lieutenants will receive their first duty assignment, typically in one of the 3 infantry divisions, aircraft wings, or marine logistics groups that comprise the active operating forces. This assignment will take most of them to one of the 3 larger marine installations located in North Carolina, Southern California, or Japan.
Regardless of which base becomes their first duty station, Marine lieutenants will continue to learn and grow as professional leaders. Rest assured that their experiences at the Naval Academy, the basic school, and their MOS school will provide them with an excellent base of knowledge for the even greater challenge that lies ahead: leading Marines.
Being successful in this endeavor requires Marine officers to be prepared in many areas of their lives. Our newest Marine lieutenants are joining a very busy Marine Corps. There are currently thousands of Marines forward deployed or on training exercises around the world.
As a result, it is not just the Marines that need to be prepared to do the nation's bidding, but also the families of our Marines. When Marines know that their loved ones at home are being well taken care of, they are better prepared to face the rigors of deployment, accomplish the mission, and return home safely.
The Marine Corps believes strongly in creating and supporting strong families. Every unit has a uniform readiness officer who can serve as a link between the unit, the Marine, and their family. The uniform readiness officer at TBS is Captain Chris Helms. He is there to help Marines and their families plan the transition to TBS and their transition onto their next duty station. Let's hear what he has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Captain Helms. I'm an 0302 infantry officer. And being a Marine officer means we hold a lot of jobs. So I'm also the unit readiness coordinator at the basic school, which means I'm going to serve as your link and your outlet between the civilian sector as well as the Marine Corps. Any personal and professional questions that you may have, that you may think of, please let me know at this following email address right here. And don't forget to reach out to us on social media and follow those accounts as well. Looking forward to teaching your student all about the Marine Corps.
As we near the conclusion of our event, we encourage you to take advantage of the many resources available at TBS and in the fleet who can provide additional information about the topics mentioned here today and help answer further questions you may have.
Thanks again for joining us and celebrating and recognizing these newest officers in the Marine Corps from the class of 20. As mentioned in the brief, contact the readiness officer at TBS, Captain Chris Helms. Use him as a resource as you prepare yourself to lead Marines in the Fleet Marine Force. I'd like to thank our sponsoring organizations that made our awards possible: the Marine Corps Association, the Naval Academy Foundation, the Order of Founders and Patriots of America, the Class of 1970 Link in the Chain, the Doug Zimbeck Board of Directors, and the Travis Manion Foundation. I'd like to specifically thank the leadership and the staff of the Naval Academy for all of their support. To the Marine Detachment, the officers and staff NCOs who by their example, professional investment, and leadership impact every single midshipman in this brigade. And I'd also like to thank Captain Depe and Field for organizing our event tonight. And to the class of 20, at some point in the future, when you return to the banks of the Severn, those doors in the middle will be open for you to walk through. Until then, fair winds, semper fidelis, and Godspeed.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Marine selects for the USNA class of 2020.